Welcome, guys, to Big Beard and Friends, episode 123. Now, check this out. First and foremost, if you're going through any hard times, sorrow, struggle, and strife, I feel you. I'm sorry. If you think things are not good, even if you know better, and it's hard to convince yourself, you need to understand that it will get better. There's things in this world that absolutely drive us nuts. And it will pass. I promise. I promise. Say that every week because I had some feedback one time where a guy told me, you make me think, man. You make me think when you get deep and when you talk. So now I try to express that, period. I think it's important. I really do. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the show. And here is what we're going to talk about. I'm going to talk about mental status. I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm not a psychiatrist or special in any field. I'm a human being. At least I think I am. And I want to express that everybody, good or bad, is going through something that you don't know about. Now, you can say, well, we know that. We know that. No. I don't think you really do. From me to you, so many in between all over the globe are going through stuff. And see, most of them hold it in. Most of them don't talk about it. And those that do might get ridiculed or said, oh, you're supposed to be tough. But we're going to talk about more so mental health for all. But also men, I know that we struggle. So we're going to talk about us for a moment. The struggling of being a man. We're expected to do things, right? A lot of us do things and people still have this opinion of us. No matter what we do, be damned if you don't, damned if you do, right? And if you try to even explain yourself that you have like something on your brain, it feels like to most men that nobody cares. And it is so easy for people to say, oh, well, you got somebody that cares. You're just not looking. You shouldn't be that way to yourself. It's so easy for a person, I guess, who's got it all together to tell us, men, that we don't. And it can be a man to another man, a woman to another woman. I've had many of women and heard many and seen many of women. And I'm not generalizing. I'm just sitting here telling this story, okay? It's my podcast for a moment. That has kept a man back because of these words. And what I mean, an example, I've seen some of my friends. I've been to their homes. I've seen men that tell a joke and get everybody laughing. And there's that female, whether it's it could be their cousin or their wife or their girlfriend or their sibling, whatever it may be. It seems like I've been in places where a female has done that to a man. Now, real quick, because I know people are going, wait a minute. I've seen men do the same thing to women. See, that's not where I'm going with this, but that's what I want to point out for a moment. That's crazy. Why is that? I don't get that. But men, back to this point, we're expected to show them. This is what I've been getting, looking at comments and looking at the world, and we're expected to show our love to people. Work hard for our family. If you don't, you're not good enough, and if you do, you're too much. You're missing out. You need to go out and do something, but when you do, you need to be home. And when you're at home, you need to, it's just, it's one of these things. Now, it is not always that way. I get it, okay? I understand. I do. I'm speaking right now to the men and to the people that this does concern. Our mental status is more important than he said, she said, bull. Somebody said it, didn't they? Nice Limb Biscuit. But that's not right. We don't need to compete with it. Why can't we just get along? Your mental status is important even if you think it's not. I make videos where I talk to people. What's funny is I wish I had a camera person or a camera crew. I do the same thing if I go out in public. Because I know that people need to hear things. Even the people that you think got it all together. Huh? Who's got it all together? Raise your hand. I don't see many hands. But even the professional people, the billionaires, the people that are on top, the smart ones, the people that are absolutely with all the money and they need it. Successful people, inspirational people, motivational people, people that desire and have a burning passion. They need to even hear that it's okay. Just like people that are down, people that are up, people that are up, people are down. You need to hear. Because it makes your mentality grow. And see, we forget sometimes. We forget that our words are, after all, a type of spells. And we don't want to cast bad stuff. I'm not getting into witcheries and stuff like that. Not on this episode if I am, but y'all feel me. We need to stop. If you speak it, it can be true. You speak it in existence. You try your best. Stop it. Take care of yourself, damn it. It's hard. I get it. It's hard. It's hard to try to be in a place where, once again, let's speak to the men for a moment. Because I'm not singling nobody else. I just have this on my brain. Men, tell somebody that you need somebody to talk to. We live in a world where it's a stigma to not share your feelings because, oh, you're a wuss or you're a, whatever. You better get out of here. I believe in sharing. I didn't always believe, but I believe in sharing feelings. Somebody says, well, how did you get over this? How did you decide? I had opened up to my wife, at the time my girlfriend. I don't even think she knows that. And now I had to control, and I still have to control certain things that I didn't do. Like just because I say I was this way when I was a kid, doesn't mean I don't have to work on things or haven't developed something that is, I need to work on. But it's her. And see, that's where what I was saying, women, I was talking about the men because I was leading to the women. If you have, and this is just one example. It can be many other reasons. It don't have to be this. This is just what I'm focusing on for a moment. Now feel me. If sometimes, no matter what the man does, don't come home clean, don't clean. It feels like to us sometimes that we're just not good enough. And once again, we live in this world where the stigma is don't share your feelings. I call horse shit on that. If the female, opposite sex of us, whatever, once again, I'm going this direction, can come to us, our companion can come to us and tell us things that we're supposed to, why can't we do that? So with that being said, find that person, for that matter, anybody. If you're going to spend the rest of your life with, especially, once again, I'm just talking and the man will grow. Don't ask him to spoil you. Let him do it. Don't demand things or think you need this and that and other, because here's what's crazy. You might like those things, and we like doing those things if we can. But in the real world, those are luxury items. We know that. I don't care if you go on vacation every week, go on vacation once a year, or go wherever you go. Those are luxuries. And if it's not a luxury for you, then congratulations. But all of that I've been talking about doesn't change through all of that where the mental status is of an individual. Oh, they look happy, or she looks happy, or look at him and look what they're doing, and that's outrageously awesome for them, and that you only see on the surface for a lot of people. You don't have to look far for some people to see that they're hiding behind that guise. But I'll tell you this much, there's some that is so deep, you'll least expect what kind of mental status the person that you hold up here has versus somebody here or down here or wherever it may be. What I'm trying to say is our mental status, once again, is important. I don't care who you are. Don't live in that stigma world where you can't show feelings, men. If I get hate for it, I don't care. Somebody's like, oh man, you're just on here playing with Facebook. You're just doing, let me tell you something. I'm using a platform to inspire people on things that I have went through. You want to be transparent? I've went through things that I can probably relate more than not to anybody watching. Some things I can't, some things I can. I get it. But I'm not here to be in competition with who had it bad and who didn't have it bad growing up, or your background. It's how we reply to things and how we respond to things. So my background, my history, my past, which I'm not there anymore. I hardly look back on it, but I reminisce. Does that make sense? Help defines me. Okay? Does that make sense? No. Doesn't make sense. I couldn't even keep on with that. Your past does not define you. You don't let people, you learn from it. My past don't define me. I've done some hellacious things, and then some people I can tell what I've done, and they'll go, oh man, that is nothing. Hey, everybody's got something or a story. We all come from somewhere that help mold who we are. And if you're watching and you're supposed to be one of those hard dudes, that you're really hard and tough, and you're like, look at this jackass. Fine. You would only say these things because somehow you have nothing to do with your life. I'm not dogging you. I'm telling you the truth. So you'd have to get on to say it. But most guys, most people are not that way. They are people that are waiting for people to talk. So when those people talk to these people, they can tell them how they feel. That's how you open a door. Start a conversation. Your mental health. And the women, I know that you don't have it under control. Now, I'm not a woman, but seeing the female body, seeing the females that we have in this world, your mom, your grandma, for perfect example. I say female as a respect. I know that you don't have it together as well, and I know that sometimes when you get alone, that's all you want, like men do, and it's hard because a woman is expected to be so much too. She cooks, she cleans, but you're expected to work, and then you expect to put it away, and then you expect to do the dishes more, and then you expect not to do this, and then you get yelled at because supper's not on, and then you feel like your world is. I get it. Hell, I may be some of the reasons that you felt. Guys like me, those reasons. We're not perfect, but I want to learn from it. I know you moms need a break. Even without us. Even without us men. I know it. And I get it. I think if there was a way, we should get all the mothers together in the world. If we could have a day, they call it Mother's Day, but I mean something different. And celebrate. Mother's Day, that is what it is. But I mean, there needs to be a way where we can, there needs to be another day. It doesn't need to be a holiday, is what I'm saying. It can be any day for us. Every day celebrate moms. Once again, you can say every day celebrate dads. How about we say every day we celebrate our parents? Because our parents made us and we turn into parents. And then at a young age we start learning, or whenever it is for people, right from wrong, wrong from right, which should be very young. Then we grow into our own person and we become in a mentality that we have to maintain. So why not make that mental status a good thing? I know y'all need breaks, women. I know this, and I know there's a lot of things I don't know. I'm sure I don't know it all. I don't want to know it all. Things I do know, I wish I didn't know sometimes. But our mental status is a very important thing. Even your friends. Your friends, you don't want to surround yourself with people that keep you here or bring you here and don't want you until you're up here. You dig? Friends play a big part in the mental status of each other. It's true. I cannot, for the life of me, understand like people are mean to people if you go out in public or you go somewhere and you got these, they call them names, people that call each other names, or people that, are just plain out unkind. There's a lot I want to say, but I'm not. I don't think I'm right. I don't think I'm wrong. I just think I prove a point. All this affects our mental status. Once again, first let's talk about men, then we'll talk about women, then we'll talk about friends. Let's talk about the world. Mental status in the world right now. It's not cool to tell people that something's wrong with me. Nobody wants to be uncool no more. Nobody wants to be, not around. They want to be an L7, right? No, I'm just kidding. Share. Because let me tell you something. People want to listen. Those who don't want to listen are probably find some truth in what you're saying and can't believe that it's you saying it, so they roll their eyes or they think, look at him trying to do this. Or if you talk about Christ or do something, it's the people that I think that need to hear it the most. They dog you the most, for whether they're preachers or pastors or ordained ministers or people of the church or religious leaders. I don't care what it is. Normal people. Going to church doesn't make you a Christian. No more or no less than standing in the garage makes you a car. You know what I'm saying? You got to be nice to people. You have to. Be kind. Mental status depends on it. Guys, that's all I've got to say on this matter today. Mental status, all of us. I should have just summed that up with all in the globe. But I had certain things on my brain, and that's exactly what I went for. But comes a time where I say those 3 words that take us out of here. What are those 3 words? Love, peace, chicken grease. Later, guys. Thanks for watching.